Hello, welcome everyone in our channel Banking Preparation. This video is all about the NRB IT Guidelines 2068. Under this, we'll see these provisions today. And for your information, in first point, we discuss the IT governance, and in second point, we discuss the information security. If you want to see that video, the link is given in the description box below. And this video is very much helpful for all the banking examinations. And this is part 4. For previous part, you can check the link in description box below. So now let's start the video. NRB IT Guidelines 2068, third provision, Information Security Education. With the introduction of electronic delivery channels, customers don't require to visit the bank branches physically to conduct banking. Likewise, this has intensified the challenges of authenticating customers. Moreover, fraudsters are designing and using more advanced technologies to impersonate users and make illegal access to customers' accounts. To defend illegal users from accessing banking system, it has become essential to well-educate customers to conduct banking operations securely. To create effective information security practice, it is important to educate other stakeholders, including its banking employees. Provision relating to information security education. Banks should develop information security awareness program and periodically conduct to its employee, vendors, customers, and other related stakeholders. The awareness program should be customized according to the target groups. It is recommended to develop mechanisms to track the effectiveness of training program. Number second, banks should ensure that customers are adequately educated so that they take appropriate security measures to protect their devices and computer systems and ensure that their hardware or system integrity is not compromised when engaging in electronic banking. Banks should have appropriate procedures in place to promptly respond to the customer's query regarding securely accessing electronic banking. Lastly, banks are responsible for safety and soundness of their system. They should use appropriate customer authentication system to authenticate customers before access to system is allowed, and customers should also be adequately educated and aware of securing their passwords. So this is all about the information security education. Therefore, banks should provide the proper education and awareness program to their employees, customers, vendors, and all the related stakeholders in banking, electronic banking transactions. Fourth provision, information disclosure and grievance handling. Banks should clearly provide information about the services, cost, security features, risk and benefits of electronic banking environment. Precise information about responsibilities, obligation and rights of customers and bank regarding electronic transaction should be delivered to customers. Now let's see some of the provision relating to information disclosure and grievance handling. First one is banks should publish clear information about the dispute or problem resolution process in case of any security breaches and fraudulent access to customers' account. The condition on which loss will be attributable to the bank or their customers should be clearly explained. Number second, banks should clearly inform users on the amount transaction cost at each of their ATM location or electronically before committing the transaction from ATM and other electronic delivery channels. Similarly, banks should develop dispute handling mechanism with expected timing of bank response to handle disputed payments, transactions, and other issues in electronic banking delivery channels. Likewise, banks are responsible for grievance handling in case of customers files complaints on disputed transactions, and procedures for handling grievance should be formulated by the bank. Likewise, banks should provide clear information to their customers about the risks and benefits of using e-banking delivery services to enable customers to decide on choosing such services. Banks should educate customers on which protections are provided and not provided in each of their delivery channels. So we can say that increase in modern technology or electronic transaction risk has been increased day by day. So bank has a responsibility to provide accurate and clear information to the customers regarding the risk associated with electronic transactions, and customer finally can decide what they should do either this should go through the electronic transaction or not. So this is all about the information disclosure and grievance handling. Now let's move towards next point. NRB IT guidelines. Next one is outsourcing management. It has become quite common for Nepalese banks to outsource some or all of its information technology functions. Inter-branch communication, software, hardware, and other technical and administrative functions are commonly outsourced by all the banking organization. Emerging technologies such as virtualization, data center, and disaster recovery site outsourcing are also becoming popular. Whatever the reasons of outsourcing, bank has a responsibility to ensure that their service providers are capable of delivering the level of performance, service reliability, capability and security needs that are at least as stringent as it would expect for its operations. Now let's see some of the major points regarding to outsourcing management. Board and senior management are responsible for due diligence, oversight, and management of risk associated with outsourcing and accountability of outsourcing. Decisions rest with board and bank management. Similarly, banks should evaluate the risk before entering into outsourcing agreement of technical operations that can significantly impact the business operation and reputation of the bank, and it should be evaluated periodically. Likewise, all outsourced operations should be subject to bank's information security and privacy policy, and banks should ensure that outsourced service provider implement adequate internal controls, logical access control, and physical security controls to ensure the same. At the same time, banks should ensure that outsourcing of IT operations do not interfere or obstruct regulatory activities. Moreover, the authority of regulatory bodies under the BAFIA and NRB Act to carry out any inspection, supervision or examination of the service provider's role, responsibilities, obligation, function, system and facilities must be recognized in the agreements. Similarly, banks should establish a process for monitoring and control of outsourcing activities, and it should commensurate with the nature, scope, complexity, and inherent risk of the outsourced activity. The accountability of performance of outsourced activities should be specified in the agreed service level, and it should be evaluated periodically. A periodic review of operational and financial condition of the outsourced service provider should be carried out. Likewise, it is the responsibility of bank to ensure availability, integrity and confidentiality requirements even if outsourced service provider is outsourcing some or all of its functions. At the same time, banks should ensure that availability and quality of banking services are not be adversely affected by outsourcing agreement of the bank. The contingency planning of the bank should address the availability of alternate service providers or possibility of cancelling outsourcing activities and bringing the outsourced activities back in-house in urgent situation. While outsourcing IT operations outside the country risk factors such as economic, social, and political reasons should also be considered while assessing the risk of outsourcing activities. Banks should proactively evaluate such risk and develop effective and appropriate mitigating controls and, if required, exit strategy. The same should also be considered if the outsourced service providers are operating across multiple countries or outsource some or all of its functions abroad. Likewise, to ensure continuity of critical applications, banks should have suitable strategy in place. Bank can either receive service code and its update from the vendor or can arrange a software guarantee agreement to ensure source code and its update availability in case the vendor goes out of business. Last point, emerging technologies such as virtualization, data center hosting, and disaster recovery site hosting, applications as a service, and cloud computing have no clear legal jurisdictions for data and cross-border regulation. Banks should clarify the jurisdiction for their data and applicable regulation at the beginning of an outsourcing or offshoring arrangement. This information should be reviewed periodically and in case of significant changes performed by the service provider. And thank you for watching us. This is all about the NRB IT guidelines. In next video, we will come up with the other NRB IT guidelines. Till then, watch our channel. And if you are new in our channel, please subscribe our channel. Don't forget to like this video. And for more, please visit our channel. Thank you.